Britain, the annual display by the Society of British Aircraft Constructors, the biggest show of its kind in the world, always draws crowds of public and experts alike to Farnborough. And no wonder, with machines like the Brabazon and the Comet to inspect at close quarters. In all, 49 aircraft took part, and observers came from practically every country on the globe to see for themselves the latest products of Britain's aircraft factories. At this stage, it's interesting to recall that the first SBAC show took place in 1932, when the fastest machine was the Bristol Bulldog fighter with the tremendous maximum speed of 210 miles an hour. An interesting comparison with the performances which you'll see shortly, some of them obviously in excess of 600 miles an hour, although secrecy still shrouds the actual figures. Aircraft of every type were on show, both on the ground and in the air. Here, for instance, is the Hermes 5, a turbo propeller job with a cruising speed of 355 miles an hour. The Vickers Viscount, another turboprop machine, is in large-scale production for British European Airways and other competing lines. On 2 engines, she's still stable, and with all 4, she can carry over 50 passengers at a cruising speed of 312 miles an hour. A very different type of aircraft, but just as useful in its own way, is the Blackburn Universal Freighter. A flying Pantechnicon in shape as well as use, it can land in as little as 230 yards by using propeller and wheel brakes simultaneously. As for carrying capacity, this picture speaks for itself. Another strange-looking aircraft, the Nomad Lincoln, is testing out a new type of composite engine fitted in the nose. This is a combination of gas turbine and piston types. Incidentally, the Nomad is the first composite to fly. And now the Westland Sikorsky S-51, ideally suited to air-sea rescue, for which it already has an outstanding record, and for the ferry services which BEA have pioneered. The Bristol 171 Mark III is another helicopter with what appears to be an outstanding turn of speed. For the Navy, the Fairy Gannet is the last word for carrier-borne anti-submarine work. The world's first plane to fly with a double air-screw turbine unit. When she takes off with one coupled engine idle, it looks as if she does it without either prop turning. Here's the SA-4, the first new bomber out of Short Brothers since the wartime Sterling. It has 4 Rolls-Royce Avon turbojets in double mountings, a business-like aircraft with speed, load, and armament still very much on the secret list. Another magnificent aircraft, the English Electric Canberra, here fitted experimentally with Sapphire turbojets. Venom is a machine with many uses: fighter bomber, night fighter, carrier-borne fighter under the name of Sea Venom, and now fitted with an afterburner which will increase its already startling rate of climb. An old friend in a new role, the Gloucester Meteor, in the guise of a ground attacker and apparently with plenty of rockets for the job. flown at Farnborough by Squadron Leader Zurikovsky, a Battle of Britain pilot, the first man to do a double cartwheel in a jet aircraft. P-1067 is the latest production fighter for the RAF. Performance, the topmost of top secrets, a terrific successor to Sidney Camp's Hurricane. Great interest centres, of course, on the Delta Wing experimental types, of which several were on show, including the Bolton-Paul 111, a threatening-looking machine and a foretaste of future aircraft design. The 707B differs from the 707A by having a dorsal intake for its Derwent turbojet. It's intended for relatively low-speed research work, while the 707A with its wing root intakes is altogether a faster machine. Parachutes are used to reduce landing distance on these Delta Wing aircraft. Here, the 707B comes down with a fine flurry of flying silk. A butterfly tail without fin or rudder is a characteristic of the Supermarine 508, claimed to be the fastest and most powerful naval fighter in the world.